Good morning, students. This is Professor Kiran Poddar, Angadi Institute of Technology and Management, Belagavi. Today we'll discuss module number 5, that is joint probability distribution. Already we discussed probability distribution and we know what is the meaning of probability distribution. In that we already discussed discrete probability distribution and continuous probability distribution. There in discrete probability distribution, we discussed two different probability distributions, one binomial, other one Poisson distribution. In continuous probability distribution, again we discussed two different probability distributions, one exponential probability distribution and other one normal probability distribution. So now whatever we discussed, it was for a single variable x. Now we are going to take a variables x and y, and we are going to discuss how these variables x and y will be clubbed in the sense how they are going to join. So that is nothing but joint probability distribution. So here we can see in previously we discussed a probability distribution with a single variable. When we discussed it with a single variable, then we took its generalization, how it was related to f of x or p of x. Now the generalization of the single variable, if it is taken with two or more random variables, then what happens? The probability distribution associated with two random variables is nothing but joint distribution, or else we call it as joint probability distribution. How this joint distribution converts into joint probability distribution? Let us see. Joint probability or joint probability distribution is nothing but if x and y are the two discrete random variables. Then we defined the joint probability distribution of x and y like this. Previously we discussed in a discrete probability distribution, for if it is a probability distribution for a single variable x, then we used to take probability of x is equal to x. Fine. If it is for y independently, then we will be taking probability of y is equal to y. But when this is for both x and y together, then what happens? It becomes probability of x is equal to x comma y is equal to y. So this is what the probability of x is equal to x and y is equal to y comes. And we know that this probability of x is nothing but f of x, because here x is a variable of the function, and this will be same as f of y because y will be the variable of the function here. But here x and y both are variables, then how it will be denoted? It will be taken as f of x comma y. So that is called as jointness between x and y in terms of probability. Therefore probability of x is equal to x and y is equal to y, which is nothing but probability of x comma y. Then how do you say this is discrete or continuous? Since in discrete we used to take p of x, in continuous we used to take f of x, but here we are taking both the things. One we are taking p of xy, here we are taking f of xy. Therefore this f of xy, if it satisfies two conditions. What is that two condition? Again I'll go back to previous concept in discrete as well as in continuous probability distribution. In discrete probability distribution we used to take p of x, where here we used to take f of x. Here again this f of x must satisfy two conditions. One is f of x must be greater than or equal to 0. Here this f of x must be greater than or equal to 0, first condition. Here the second condition is summation of p of x must be equal to 1, and here it must be integration of f of x dx between minus infinity to plus infinity must be equal to 1. Then only we say if these two conditions are satisfied in their own domain, then we say this is discrete probability distribution, and here it is called as continuous probability distribution. These two conditions must be satisfied. Even in joint probability distribution also, these two conditions must be satisfied. How these two conditions will get satisfied? Let us see. Probability of x comma y must be greater than or equal to 0. Summation of f of x and y. When x was a single variable, we took only summation of x. Correct? When y was the variable, then we took summation with respect to y. But here, both x and y are there, therefore we take two summations independently. So it is summation from x and summation from y of f of x comma y must be equal to 0. This second condition, what it means? It means that sum over all the values of x and y is equal to 1. Means what? Whatever the value of x and y are given all together, its answer will be equal to 1. So if these two conditions get satisfied, then we can say this is a joint probability distribution. Here we take x. X means what? X will be containing x1, x2, x3 up to xm, and y will be containing y1, y2, y3 up to yn. Then p of xi, y is equal to yj. P of x is equal to xi and y is equal to yj will be taken as f of xi yj, because this is the representation. We can see this representation we are taking, how these two variables will be, independent variables will be considered. Fine. Because of that same thing, because we need the notation, because x is not just x. X will be a group of terms like x1, x2, x3 up to xm, and y will be again a group of terms like y1, y2, y3 up to yn. Therefore, we take x is xi, y is yj. Therefore, it is f of xi yj, and it will be denoted by jij. What is the meaning of j? Here, j is nothing but a joint. It is a joint probability distribution between I and j, because we know that I is connected with x and j is connected with y. Therefore, it is a joint probability between x and y. It is like a welding between two atoms, bonding between two atoms. So one is x, other one is y. How it will be joined? It will be joined through joint probability with respect to I and j. Fine. So this is the concept. Then how this concept will be continued? This concept will be continued like this. Here it is observed that f is a function. F is a function on the Cartesian product of the sets x and y. Okay, because we took f of x comma y, so f becomes a tool to join x and y through Cartesian product. What is Cartesian product? X cross y is equal to, whenever we take x cross y, now the group of x and group of y, you can see here, you can see a group of x, x1, x2 and so on up to xm. This is the group of y, y1, y2 and so on up to yn. If you want to use Cartesian product, then what happens? They start becoming the groups here. Fine. So it becomes x1, y1, x2, y2 and so on up to xm, yn. So these becomes a group. Therefore, x cross y is equal to this. F is also referred as joint probability density function. Of course, we know that when it is called as a probability density function, means it already satisfied two conditions. What are those two conditions? That is, f of x comma y is greater than or equal to 0, and summation from x and summation from y of f of x comma y is equal to 1. Okay, so because of that we can call this f can be called as joint probability density function of x and y. Okay, in respective order. The set of values of this function f of xi comma yj is equal to g of ij, because it is called as a joining between I and J, and the joining between I and J is nothing but joining X and Y, where I will be from 1, 2, 3 up to M and J will be from 1, 2, 3 up to N, and this is called as joint probability distribution of X and Y. Joint probability distribution of X and Y. Then how do you prepare the joint probability distribution table? How you will take the combination of X and Y here? Because usually we know in probability what happens, the X will be given in the table, P of X will be given, okay, or Y will be given and P of Y will be given. So these are the things. How do you join these two? By using joint probability distribution. How do you join these two? That is the important thing here. Fine, they are separate, but how to join these two? That comes with respect to this table. So these values are presented in the form of two-way table. This is called as joint probability table. What is the meaning of joint probability table? How it will be taken? Because we have X values, we have Y values. Here X values will be written in column, where Y values will be written in row. Okay. Then whenever we want to connect X with Y, because we need to take it like this, as per the Cartesian product, like group of x1 y1, group of x2 y2, group of xm y1, how they will be joined? We need to join x1 with respect to y1. How do you join x1 with respect to y1? So it is possible here. Okay, so that is called as J11, because this indicates Ij. Because in joint probability we know that this joint probability is nothing but Ij. Fine. So 1 1 means what? X1 y1 J11. Then x1 y2 J12, because this is I, this number related to X, this number related to Y. Similarly, if you want to take this term, then it is x1 yn, so J1n. And this is called as f of x1. F of x1, I'll discuss it later. First we take this x2 y1, so J21, x2 y2 J22, x2 yn, so xj2n. Similarly, xm y1 jm1, xm y2 jm2, and so on, xm yn jmn. Fine. When we add all these values column wise like this, here again we are going to get summation. So we'll add all these values j11, j21 and so on up to jm1. This becomes g of y1. If you add all these values, it becomes g of y2. Like this, if you add all these values, it becomes g of yn. Fine. G of yn means what? Addition of y columns. Addition of y columns. Okay. Then one more comes. Addition of x rows. Like this. X row. So j11 plus j22 and so on up to j1n. That is called as f of x1. Then j21, j22 and so on up to j2n is called as f of x2. Like this we can add. Means what? This is a joint distribution table. How this joint distribution table is having a connection with marginal probability distribution. What is the meaning of marginal probability distribution? Marginal probability distribution will provide us a different tables for x and y independently. Okay, from this table what we say, addition of x row, like this row wise. So this becomes j11 plus j12 and so on up to jn, and then j21, j22 and so on, this. And then y columns. Y columns means adding these columns. These are called as marginals. Okay, marginals are playing a very important role in joint probability, because if the value given is joint, if it is joint, it is mixed value of x and y, clubbed value of x and y. Sometimes to to go for the further solution, we need to separate them like group of X table, group of Y table. If X and Y tables are given, which are nothing but marginals, by using X and Y table, we can join X, Y, that is called as joint probability table. These two things are possible. Fine. After knowing how to construct a joint probability distribution by using marginals, or how to construct marginals, by dividing joint probability. Okay, so for that we need to use the previous concept. Then after doing that one, then we need to go for the results. What are the results? First result which we are going to discuss is expectation, then variance, covariance and correlation. I'll give you the meaning for this. What is the meaning of expectation? In a simple word, if you want to describe this expectation, that is nothing but mean, that already we discussed in a previous model. Variance we all know, then covariance, then correlation. Okay, first, if X is a discrete random variable with the values of x1, x2 and so on up to xn, having a probability function f of x, then the expectation of x, that will be denoted by E of x. E stands for expectation of x, or this will be taken with other notation also, that is mu x. As I told you, expectation is nothing but a mean. Because of that we are using mu stands for mean. Okay, and it will denoted as, you can see here, mu x is equal to, or we can call it as E of x, that is equal to, already when we discussed mean in routine, mean mu, what is the formula for that mean mu? That is nothing but summation of x into P of x in continuous. Discrete. In continuous, what is mean mu? That is nothing but integration of x into f of x with respect to x between minus infinity to plus infinity. Right? X into P of x or x into f of x. So, here we can see summation from I equal to 1 to n x into f of x. But since it is related with only I means x, so we take xi f of xi, or we can call it as E of x into f of x. E of x into f of x means what? This E of x into f of x. So either integration or summation can be taken, but instead of that what we say, E is nothing but expectation of this. This can be used to get mu of x or E of x, that is nothing but mean. Okay, in simple word we call it as mean. Expectation is nothing but getting mean of y or x. Then the variance of x denoted by V of x. Okay, again I'll go back to previous concept. What is variance? Variance V is taken as summation of x minus mu whole square into P of x, or in continuous we have taken V is equal to integration of x minus mu whole square into f of x with respect to x between minus infinity to plus infinity. So if you see this, that is nothing but x minus mu whole square into f of x. Therefore summation from I equal to 1 to n xi minus mu the whole square into f of xi, or else expectation. Now you may think what I am supposed to take, whether I have to take summation or integration. So then you can take common term, that is E, x minus mu whole square. Fine, it will be considered like this. Fine. When we take this as a result, where mu is a mean of x, that already we discussed, then this is all about variance. Fine. Then what about standard deviation? We know that standard deviation, all the time standard deviation is nothing but square root of variance. Therefore So root of sigma x is equal to root of v of x is called as standard deviation of x. Fine. It is for individual value of x, not for x and y. If you take y, then e of y will be equal to what? You will be getting different result. Instead of x, y will come. Instead of I, j will come. Fine. Now we take for two variables, because this entire joint probability distribution depends on two variables. If x and y are two discrete random variables, joint probability function f of x y, then the expectation of x and y are defined as, you can see here, expectation will be taken like first expectation with respect to x, that is already discussed. But how to take when x and y both are there? It is only when x is there, previous one. This is only when x is there. But when x and y both are there, how it will be taken? Out of x and y combination, what will be the expectation for x? That is mean x. That is summation from x into summation from y of x into f of x y. We know that x into f of x is mean. So x into f of x y, or else summation from I xi into f of xi. Similarly, if we take mean for y or expectation for y, which is nothing but summation from x into summation from y into f of x y, x comma y, which is nothing but summation of yj into g of yj from j. You'll come to know what is the meaning of this f of xi and g of yj. That is nothing but the sum of this value or else this value. It is possible through joint probability distribution table. Okay. Then after getting these two, if you want to take expectation of x into y, how do you club this? It is nothing but summation from I and summation from j. Now we take summation from I, j. xi, yj, xi into yj, because it is a product. Then f of xi and f of yj. F of xi and f of yj means what? F of xi and g of yj. The combination of these two is nothing but joint probability. That is j, I, j. Okay. If z be the function of xy and f of xy is the joint distribution of x and y, if these two things are joined, then the expectation of z will be what? That will be joint distribution of xy. That is taken as E of z. What is E of z now? That will be summation from I, summation from j. Okay. Pi of xi comma yj into jix, because for this jij will be taken, and for this it will be taken, and it will be joined together. So this is all about the distribution. Then if x and y are the random variables having mean mu x and mu y respectively, then the covariance, this is what we discussed, is what? Getting, this is all about getting what? Expectation and variance. Fine. Now we will be discussing how to get covariance. Covariance. How do you get covariance of x and y? Covariance of x and y will be denoted by COV. V is nothing but variance. COV is nothing but covariance of x and y. And it will be calculated by using this formula. What that formula says? Covariance of x comma y is equal to summation from I, summation from j into, it is a variance. We know that it is a variance. Just now we discussed. It is a matter of variance. You can see here x minus. Suppose if I would like to take some variance for y, then I would have taken y minus mu this square into f of y. Fine. Like that, it is xi minus mu x, yj minus mu y into f of xy is nothing but ij, joint of ij. Therefore, covariance can be written like this also, because we know that this is taken as E. E is nothing but expectation. So it is E of this term into this term. Or else covariance of xy is equal to summation from I, summation from j. Summation from I, summation from j. There is one more formula for variance. We know that. Okay. As per that we need to take. So xi yj into jij minus mu x mu y. This can also be used to calculate the results of covariance. Fine. Therefore this is equal to E of xy minus, because this whole thing is nothing but E of xy. That is already calculated here. You can see here. This one. This result. Fine. E of xy is equal to this is taken. Therefore, that will be used here. Minus mu x mu y. Okay. Further, correlation can be calculated by using this formula. Correlation will be taken as rho of x comma y. We know that correlation is nothing but rho of x comma y. Therefore, rho of x comma y is equal to covariance of xy divided by sigma x sigma y. Now I will tell you what is the meaning. Here sigma x and sigma y are nothing but getting standard deviation. Fine. Then first we need to find out the variance. Then we need to find out the covariance. After getting the covariance, by using this relation we will be getting correlation. Okay, so let us take few note here. If x and y are the independent random variables, then expectation of x into y will be taken as expectation of x into expectation of y. Means what? Either we can use this formula to calculate expectation of x into y, or else if already we have this result, then we have to take this result into this result. Product of these two results is equal to expectation of x y. Okay, this is one. Second, covariance of xy is equal to 0. Hence correlation of xy will be 0. Because if the covariance is 0, then its correlation will be 100% 0. Because if you put 0 here, then what happens? 0 by anything is 0. Then we take a remark for this. Covariance of x and x. So here there is no y, only x, means y is equal to x. Therefore, covariance of x comma x will be taken as expectation of x comma mu. You can see here expectation of x comma mu into x comma mu x again, because y is equal to x. Then this into this will be square. Okay, and we know that it is nothing but a variance of x, that is sigma x square. Therefore, variance of x is equal to this expansion. It is like a minus b whole square. A square minus 2ab plus b square like. Fine. Then you take group multiplication on this. E of this 2 into e of x mu x. Then e of this. Okay. Mu x square into e of 1. Therefore, e of x square minus, we know that this mu x is nothing but expectation. Okay, that is taken here. Mu x is nothing but expectation. Fine, you can see here mu x is nothing but expectation. Therefore this one. So what happens? This one plus this is e of x the square. Fine. This minus 2 times e of x into e of x, because this is e of x, plus this is nothing but e of x the whole square. Fine. Therefore, e of x square plus e of x into e of x will be e of x square. Fine. Then what happens? If you take its calculation, then it becomes e of x square. 2 times e of x square plus e of x square will be single times E of x square. So this will be the result if x and x comes. Otherwise we take routine value calculation. So here we need to remember few things. What is that? If joint is concerned, so this has to be taken care, this has to be taken care, then we need to go through this result. Fine. That gives you a variance. After getting variance, we need to go through covariance. Fine. After going through the covariance, we go through correlation. Thank you.